while I'm confident we don't approach our work with any political bias, I think it's important to me that we always look at outcomes and we assess to make sure there's no evidence of bias.
All right, Google CEO Sundar Pichai, he is still, by the way, on Capitol Hill testifying before the House Judiciary Committee again on abuses going on at Google, whether they snoop around too much, whether they're biased against conservatives, and all of that. Charlie Gasparino has been monitoring very, very closely and some other developments on that, right?
This is a dry run for what's going to happen when the Dems take control of Congress. I mean, the Republicans will push them on, whether they're biased, shadow banning conservatives, and and he'll come out and he'll give these sort of, as will the head of Facebook and you name it. They'll give sort of broad explanations on why shadow banning or certain things happen that look like these social media companies have an anti-conservative bent. The real sort of rubber is going to meet the road January 3rd when the Dems take control of Congress. And for what our sources are saying on Capitol Hill, it's going to be a two-pronged attack. On the Democratic side, while the Republicans worry about this anti-conservative bias, the Democrats, the base is really worried about big tech becoming too omnipotent in our daily lives and privacy issues. They are worried literally about the very thing. They're going to go after the very thing that allows big tech to make a lot of money. How they
get a lot of that money.
how they use and misuse privacy data, how they sell it. And so that means the companies that are going to be in the crosshair when the Democrats take over, it's going to be Google, it's going to be Amazon to a certain extent, it's going to be Apple to a certain extent, and it's going to be Facebook. And what we're also hearing is that the second prong of the attack will be increased oversight on the FCC. The FCC has a broader mandate than you think. It's telecom. They veer into some of this tech stuff because these tech companies are involved in telecommunications issues. And they're going to, what we understand is they are planning on holding hearings on the FCC oversight, whether it's been good enough. Ajit Pai, the head of the FCC, is likely to be called in repeatedly, from what we understand. And I can tell you, people inside the FCC are bracing for that. So I guess if you're, why do we care about this story? Well, if you're an investor, think about this. Tech companies and the tech regulator, which has been, the Trump tech regulator has been somewhat hands-off on, web, what was it called, net neutrality and issues like that, taking a much more free market approach. Their feet are going to be hauled to the fire, both on the regulatory side and the company side. It could be a rough sledding for these tech stocks, given how the Democrats want to approach this. And we're getting this from multiple sources. We have certain congressmen on the record. I wrote about this. Lydia Moynihan, my producer, and I wrote about this on Friday. We have more comments today. They are really planning increased scrutiny on this sector, which has been getting hammered lately because of other issues.
I mean, the money types in the Democratic Party, this has been, the manna from heaven. The tech money.
That's the funny thing about it.
So where do you see that?
Well, it's the base. And we should point out that Nancy Pelosi, when I wrote the story last week, someone told me that Nancy Pelosi and maybe her husband bought call options on Facebook or one of the big tech companies, options to buy because they think the price is going to go up. That's kind of an interesting stock play if you're going to crack down on these companies from a regulatory standpoint. I will just say that the base is now different. Yes, Silicon Valley, huge donor to progressive causes, but the base worries about their power in ways that it wasn't there before. So the problem is that Nancy Pelosi is she may not want to do this. Her base, where she got in as speaker by the skin of her teeth.
She's not there yet. Yeah.
And she's not there yet, not totally there. And, they're going to want these hearings.
But, they're a very pragmatic bunch, tech CEOs. I remember the days of Scott McNeil at Sun Microsystems. I don't really care who's president. I'm paraphrasing here, just as long as he's not always my you-know-what. And I'm wondering if the environment will change now. Well, and that you're going to have politicians on your you-know-what.
Yeah, and as they become more powerful, and particularly these social media companies that use a lot of customer data. Listen, I'm not saying I agree with the notion that they're bad and I don't care if I get a targeted ad, to be honest with you. If you want to send me food ads, weightlifting ads, ads for bikinis, I don't care. But
dwarf tossing,
yes, of course. And that always comes up. But if you want to do that, that's fine. But
I just get nervous. It's like the Ronald Reagan, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. I mean, are they in any position, given their own fiscal record, to be policing or telling anyone what to do. But now we're at that point because these guys overstayed their welcome.
Yeah, and you know, and again, they have not a lot of friends on the Republican side, even though they take a more free market approach, and they have the Dems now gunning for them. So that's a real problem if you're an investor in these stocks.
Thank you, buddy, very, very much.